So here are the basics of a 401k and the essentials. The 401k is a type of retirement account you get through your employer. It's like a magic box that helps you grow your money if you use it right. So here we're going to be playing the long game. When you contribute to your 401k, you're making a long-term bet. So it's not about quick cash or instant gratification. It's about building a pile of money that will grow over time so that when you're old and you're gray, it'll be the last thing that you have on your mind. And the way that it works, it's pre-tax dollars. So Uncle Sam can't touch it, at least not yet anyways. This reduces your taxable income now, but there's no such thing as a free lunch. You're gonna have to pay taxes on the money when you take it out later, and we'll go into more of the nuance between that later. The other thing that you get as a benefit in your 401k is tax-free growth. This is where the magic happens. Any earnings from your investments in your 401k grow tax-free. Over decades, this can compound on itself, leading into a sizable nest egg. There is, however, a cap on the contributions you're allowed to put into your 401k. So Uncle Sam has imposed some limits on how much you can contribute. And as of 2023, you can stock up to $22,500 a year if you're under 50. And if you hit the big 50 and you're over, you have the bonus to add an extra $7,500 as a catch-up contribution. This is a long-term retirement savings account. So if you need to access this before 59 and a half, you're gonna be hit with penalties. There's an early withdrawal fee, so don't poke the beast. While this might seem like an early juicy cash reserve, especially when times are tough or you're lusting after the new tech or new car, just breathe and wait and make sure you do not withdraw before 59 and a half. You'll not only owe taxes on the amount, but you're gonna also have to pay an additional 10% penalty. It's a nasty bite out of your retirement funds, and it's one that's best avoided unless you absolutely need it. Employer match, the 401k double-edged sword you can't ignore. The employer match, it's a tantalizing carrot that dangles on the edge of a stick called the 401k. It's the ultimate financial perk, the corporate world's version of BOGO, a buy one get one deal. But what if I told you the entire concept of the employer match is one of the most misunderstood aspects of the 401k plan? Yes, the employer match can give your retirement savings a turbo boost. It's the rare kind of magic that conjures money from thin air. If your employer offers 100 match on your contributions up to say 5% of your salary, you're essentially getting 100% return on your investment instantly. But here's the thing, the employer match is not a sweet cherry on the top, an optional extra that you can take it or leave it. It's the bare minimum. It's the basic entry ticket to a world of meaningful retirement savings. If you're not contributing at least enough to get your full match, you're leaving cash on the table. This is cash you've essentially earned. It's like getting a pay raise and saying, nah bro, I'm good, keep it. It's not a casual perk, it's the first step in a critical part of your journey towards a comfortable retirement. It's your money, it's your future. Make sure you're not shortchanging yourself. And before we move on, let's talk about a nuance for those of you new to a 401k, vesting. It's the hidden catch of the 401k treasure chest. So you've been diligently putting your hard-earned dollars into your 401k, savoring the sweet taste of your employer match. But before you get too comfortable, let's introduce a wrench into this finely tuned retirement machine, vesting. Vesting refers to the percentage of your employer's contributions that you actually own, based on how long you've worked at the company. In plain English, it's the moment when your employer's contributions to your 401k are truly yours and owned by you. The rest of the time, it's just made up monopoly money, play pretend funds that can vanish faster than your vacation days if you happen to leave before the vesting period is up. There are two types of vesting schedules, a cliff and graded. With cliff investing, you own 0% of your employer match until a certain time period or date. This is often around 2 to 3 years into your job, and then suddenly, poof, you're 100% vested. On the other hand, with graded vesting, your ownership in your employer's match gradually increases over time. It's like developing feelings for a friend, growing a little bit here and there, more each year, until it fully blossoms into a relationship that you weren't expecting. But here's the kicker. If you leave the company before you're fully vested, you'll forfeit some, if not all, of the matching contributions. It's a sneaky way for employers to encourage loyalty and keep you in your cubicle for a few more years. It's essential to know your company's vesting schedule because, as tantalizing as the promise of an employer match can be, it could be a little more than smoke and mirrors if you're not careful. Don't just follow the money, follow the vesting and talk to HR.